So here we got a little experiment set up to show things going over the horizon on a flat surface. I've got a piece of masking tape on the front edge of this dining table. This dining table is about 5 feet 10 inches long, and at the back of the dining table there's a container, and there on the lead edge of the dining table a little brass fitting, a pneumatic brass fitting. Now if I zoom in on that container, see what happens. We see the bottom of the container has got a red stripe on it. Now the only way we could see that red stripe by zooming in is we're moving the horizon further back. Right now the horizon is at the lead edge of the table because the camera is level with the top of the table, which means the front edge of the table and the back edge of the table are on the same plane. They're level with each other. So if I zoom in, I move the horizon further back until I begin to see the bottom of the container, bringing it back in view like you would do on the ocean. You know, I was watching a video, a hangout the other day on YouTube with Antonio Subirats and Astronomy Live, and Antonio was trying to get Astronomy Live to do this simple little experiment with his camera and a coin on a tabletop. But when Astronomy Live did the experiment, he kept putting his camera above the table like this. Now where's the horizon when you're above the table? The horizon's at the end of the table. It's not at the front. So it's a complete failure, and evidently he doesn't understand the difference between above, level, and below. Because when Antonio kept telling him he had his camera incorrect, he needed to move it down to be level with the top of the table, he said, well, if I do that, it'd be below, like this. So even though he's got a PhD in something, I don't know what it is, when Antonio asked him what his PhD was in, he didn't want to broach that subject. Anyway, he claims to be scientifically capable of doing all kinds of things, but when it comes to this simple little experiment, he can't differentiate between above, level, and below. Now I'm looking at the right edge of the table here, and this is what I'm using to achieve level, was when the right edge of the table is level. And then when I zoom in, I see the bottom of the container, but when I zoom out it disappears. So it seems like Astronomy Live is just willfully being oblivious or obfuscating the entire experiment because he knows the results. He knows that if he sets the camera up level with the top of the surface of the table, it will become obstructed. So that's why he's obfuscating the entire experiment and playing completely oblivious to what is trying to be achieved. You know, really comical, completely comical. So this is what we're doing: above the table, below the table, and then the table is level. The camera's level with the table. Zoom in, you see the bottom of the container. Zoom out, it disappears. So there you go. Thanks for watching.